The camera's red light blinked once, then stayed steady. That was when my phone vibrated, an incoming call I didn't answer. I watched the motel room through a cracked digital eye, the way a god might watch ants dismantle themselves. Beige walls, a bedspread that smelled like bleach and lies, a man I recognized adjusting his cufflinks with managerial precision, a woman I'd trained, mentored, defended, smoothing her skirt, rehearsing hunger. "I'll do anything," she said. Not loud, not dramatic, just precise. The words didn't hit me like a punch. They slid in, surgical. I felt my chest tighten, not with grief, but with alignment, pieces clicking into place. This was the sound of truth arriving without apology. Outside the frame, a clock ticked. I counted each second as if it were a resource. I didn't move, I didn't breathe. I let the camera keep its promise. Another vibration, this time a voicemail notification. Then a text. "If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes." My daughter-in-law's voice echoed in my head, sharp, practiced contempt. She'd shouted it earlier, laughing, like humiliation was seasoning. I replied with one word: enjoy. The red light kept blinking. I'd suspected her ambition long before the motel. Ambition leaves fingerprints, late nights, sudden perfume changes, smiles sharpened into tools. She wanted the manager job like a drowning person wants air. And he, my superior, wanted to feel powerful without consequences. I told myself it was paranoia, that mentorship can look intimate under fluorescent lights, that success requires proximity. Lies are easiest to swallow when they're warm. But there were emails sent too late, meetings rescheduled without explanation. Her eyes stopped meeting mine. When they did, they carried something new: calculation. The real betrayal wasn't the sex, it was the assumption that I was stupid. I remembered the day she asked for help polishing her presentation, how her hands trembled, not with nerves but with anticipation. I corrected her numbers, she corrected my trust. I began noticing the way he touched her elbow in the hallway, the way she laughed half a second too late at his jokes. Timing tells the truth when words won't. At home, my phone rang again. 71 missed calls stacked like accusations. The Swiss villa photos had gone live. Snow-draped terraces, glass walls drinking in mountains. Silence has a way of making people desperate. They all wanted something from me. No one had asked what I wanted. I didn't confront. I prepared. I planted the camera myself, a harmless request for maintenance access, a smile, a nod. People underestimate calm men. They think silence means surrender. I pulled phone records, cross-referenced calendars, watched patterns emerge like bruises under skin. I learned the language of deception fluently. At work, I was impeccable. Deadlines met, meetings led. I even congratulated her when she mentioned networking opportunities. The words tasted metallic. Inside, I rehearsed outcomes, not revenge fantasies, strategies. I don't burn bridges. I dismantle them bolt by bolt. At night, I listened to voicemails I didn't return. My daughter-in-law's tone shifted from command to curiosity to panic. My son stayed quiet. He always did when money spoke louder than loyalty. I booked a flight, not to escape, but to anchor. Switzerland wasn't a flex, it was a statement. Distance clarifies power. The motel footage synced to my cloud, time-stamped, clean, unarguable. I waited. Patience is a weapon when you know where to aim. The video finished rendering at 2:14 a.m. I watched it once, no sound. Faces told me everything: desire, fear, negotiation. The moment she realized the cost and accepted it anyway. The next morning I sent 2 emails, one to the CEO, subject line, conflict of interest, documented, one to his pregnant wife, no message, just the file. At work, I asked her one question in the hallway: "Did you get the job?" Her smile froze.
A flicker, recognition before denial. I handed her a printed still, the red light visible in the mirror behind them. Her knees didn't buckle, her voice did. I nodded once. Not forgiveness, confirmation. Security arrived before lunch. They didn't shout, they didn't explain, they escorted. He tried to speak. Authority drained from him like color from a corpse. She cried, loud, messy, the kind of noise that begs for rescue. No one looked at me. By evening, HR sent a company-wide notice. Careers ended quietly as they should. Precision leaves no debris. My phone rang again. 71 times became 93. Then messages, apologies, invitations, offers. My daughter-in-law finally called, voice trembling. "We didn't know," she said. "Come home." I opened my gallery, sent one image. Me on the villa balcony, coffee steaming, Alps indifferent. I typed nothing. Silence answered for me.
I didn't feel triumph. That's for people who confuse noise with power. What I felt was space, the kind that appears when lies are removed from a room. I walked the villa at dusk, glass reflecting a man I recognized again. Not softer, not kinder, clearer. Some truths don't heal, they cauterize. I thought about the red light, how it never blinked again once it found its purpose. I deleted the remaining voicemails without listening. Then I poured another coffee. Some people mistake access for entitlement. I corrected them.